Hey YouTube, it's Earl, and tonight is time for another tobacco review. Tonight we're going to be reviewing this lovely one from Germain's, their Century blend. Let's get to it. Okay, Germain's Century blend. Let me just kind of read it for you and tell you what it is and what it's about. If you saw it, you can kind of read what it says it is to begin with. But Century, it is a limited edition pipe tobacco. It has Cyperus Latakia, dark Cavendish, Oriental and Virginia tobaccos laced with rum and wine, cellared to age. So it is, I would officially put this in an English blend. I would say maybe it's a aromatic English, possibly crossover English territory, mainly because it's got Latakia, it's got Cavendish, dark Cavendish, which again, Germain's, it's a European company, and most of Germain blends are released in Europe, and I think dark Cavendish is closer to our black Cavendish here. Anyway, but it's got Cavendish, and then it's got some Orientals, Virginia tobacco, and it's got wine and rum on it. So I'd say that puts it in at least the crossover, if not the aromatic side. So let's dive right into the review. You've seen the outside of the container, and one of the things that you love when you get Germain's, whether this be Esoterica or their Germain's, as soon as you open them up, you get paper, and that paper is dark and stained, and hopefully that's coming through and focusing. I can't tell. But you can see the tobacco. It is the typical Germain's Esoterica shag cut, very, very fine cut tobaccos. And you can see it is very dark. I don't know if that's from the cellaring process or what, but it's very dark. I can make out a little bit of Latakia, and maybe a little bit of Cavendish. They seem to be a little bit thicker components. The aroma, it's that wonderful Esoterica aroma. I don't know, it's very similar to what I get when I smell Pembroke. It's very similar to what I get, did I say Esoterica aroma? Germain's aroma. Very similar to what I get to And Soda Bed, but with a little boozy kick on top, and maybe a little bit of wine, more so than rum. So when I first cracked this tin and I smelled that, I was like, man, all right, this sounds great, because I was already excited because as you maybe you don't know, but Germain's makes and produces the Esoterica tobacco blends. Pembroke could be my favorite, Pembroke is my favorite Esoterica blend, and is just a wonderful aromatic English blend, and I really love it. And so I was sitting there going, okay, hey, it sounds like I got something similar here with being an English blend, and it's going to be topped with some form of alcohol, and it's a Germain's manufacturer. So I was super excited about it. Let me get into it, and I'll tell you why I was super excited about it and why I'm not so excited about it anymore. And tonight I'm smoking this in my Peterson System 302. There's a reason I'm smoking this in a system pipe. This blend comes very moist from a moisture content. And so letting it dry out is very advisable. You're always going to catch 22 with Germain and Esoterica blends on that though. Because some of what makes them so special is in the moisture content. And so if you allow that to disappear and to dry out, you lose something. I have a very hard time picking up anything with this pipe tobacco. There are at times some wonderful dark notes, kind of more chocolate in nature. But a lot of times what I get coming through is whatever is that top note is, that smell that I get, that's kind of the flavor that I get, which is okay. But no Latakia comes through to me. Let's say there is sweetness here. So I don't know what it is, but I find this blend to be rather flavorless, even with the wine and rum topping. And maybe that's what's going on, that it's just that topping has just killed any of the underneath tobacco flavor. On top of that, excuse me, I'm recovering from a cold. It wasn't COVID. On top of that, this blend bites me severely. More so than just about any blend that I've smoked in a very long time. And so that's probably my bigger thing, is that it's hard to get any of this smoke on my tongue. That's the reason I'm smoking this out of a P-lip system pipe. I just can't, I don't know. I just, it's I want to like this blend. Number one, because it was so hard to get. I can't say so hard to get. Germain blends are hard to get. I got a notification on an email that somebody had some Germain blends. I forget. I think it was Cup of Joe's. And I got on and I got it. But there's something that's biting me, and I think it may be the wine. And the reason why is I also have a tin of it's the Savinelli English blend that's topped with wine. I think it's Esperanza de Cypriot or something like that. And it's a Latakia blend that's then been topped with wine. And I lit this up one night and it bit me, and I went, because I was hoping I'd let it dry, right? So I had put it out for a good 30 minutes and let it dry up. It was still probably a tad moist just because this is a moist tobacco. But I'd let it dry out. I packed it in my pipe. I lit it up. It bit me. I said, I'm not going through that again, because it destroyed my tongue one time. And so I went and got the Simonelli blend. Now, it's a 6-year-old tin. Okay, you open it up. The paper is, you know, in just tatters and disrepair. Open it up, put some in a pipe. I hadn't let that dry, but it didn't feel too moist. And lit it up and began to smoke that, and that started to bite me right away too. Now, I don't know if I was just irritated from the first few puffs of the Century blend, or if it was the wine in that, or the fact that I believe McBaron, I think, is the manufacturer for that, and I know McBaron has a tendency with their Virginias to bite a lot of people. So there's several factors that could have been part of, but what I'm trying to get at is I've got 2 English blends, both topped with rum, or not rum, with wine, tried pretty close together, and they both bit me pretty good. And both, I find, didn't have the flavor I was looking for. And so I guess I'm ruining that review too, but that the Latakia was not any way, shape, or form forward in that. So, if I'm going to give this blend a compliment at all, is that there are times in which this blend, like I said, is really delicious, has some darker flavors in there. It also delivers on its room note. I feel like some of the flavors I'm getting are similar to what I smell. But man, this blend just bites me. And that's all I got to say about it. It's so bad for me that I kind of want to give it away to someone who might enjoy it. So this might become a GAW prize. I might give this away. I don't know. Anyway, Earl, guys, it's been Earl. It's been a tobacco review. It's been Germain's Century blend. I hope it's been helpful. This isn't one I think I would spend any more time chasing. Y'all have a good night.